Hello, this is Geotech Land, and today I'm going to be talking about the latest and greatest GNOME 48. I've been covering GNOME releases for a good while now, and the past few releases just weren't as exciting as this one. One of the first new changes is this well-being feature that's now built into GNOME, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to allow you to keep track of the apps that you use, a lot of options to manage our relationship with technology and make sure we don't overdo ourselves. When I think about this feature, though, I do think and see how it is designed, especially for mobile in mind. GNOME itself is very mobile friendly, and of course, there's GNOME Mobile. And I feel like that's kind of the idea that they had with this feature. I mean, don't get me wrong, it also is useful for desktop users as well. But the biggest highlights, I think, of this release is that HDR is now available in GNOME. HDR has been already available in KDE, so it is nice that GNOME has finally caught up. I actually was confused about what HDR was exactly. I used to think it meant that the display would be a lot more vibrant, but it's a little bit more complex than that. I've actually been testing HDR on Windows 11 and comparing how the games differ on Linux using GNOME, which doesn't have HDR. So stick around for a future video once I finally get updated to the next Fedora, which should include GNOME 48 with HDR. But yes, this is a big feature for Linux gaming especially. And I almost wonder and suspect if maybe this is part of why Valve has delayed SteamOS. Maybe they were trying to give GNOME users a chance to catch up. And so when they release the OS, there'll be a KDE version, a GNOME version, and they'll both have HDR enabled. But we'll see what happens. Another neat addition is this battery charge limit. It's going to let you charge your laptop battery and try to preserve battery health. And of course, this is one of those other features that is, I think, designed with GNOME Mobile in mind. A couple of other smaller updates. There now is a new audio player for GNOME that's a bit more up to date and using their latest and greatest lib8weta theme. And then another update has been made to the way it handles Flatpak apps. So it's supposed to make it easier to install apps from the web. So for example, let's say we open flathub.org and we want to install this Amberol app. You can just click install. It'll download a file here. We just double click and we can install it from here. But of course, I've already got the app installed. But I guess it's supposed to just make it a little bit easier to get apps from the web. Although it is a neat quality of life update, I feel like the majority of people are just going to download the apps from the GNOME Software Center anyways. And like I said, I'll be testing HDR on Linux, maybe compare it to Windows. So be sure to subscribe if you want to catch that video. And of course, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all next time.